Hello everybody, welcome back to ScoutAbout Gear. In this video I'm going to do a first impressions, opening and comparison of the Oex Bush Pro Bivvy. It's quite a new item that's just come out, so I'm really eager to have a look at it. Oex being meant to be a technical brand, so it's interesting to see what features they've got in this. So basically I'll just start out by reading some of the specs that come on the leaflet with it. So it's Bush Bivvy waterproof sleeping pod, lightweight to compact waterproof sleeping pod, oversized to keep you, your sleeping bag and some of your kit bone dry. So the idea is that you can fit your sleeping bag yourself, probably some sort of mat underneath and possibly a few essentials as well, which sounds good. It's 40D denier 38T ripstop nylon with a 5000 hydrostatic head, so that's as good as most tents, if not better. And it gives a 5,000 gram / meter cubed 24-hour reading, which as far as I'm aware is the breathability. So it'll let 5,000 grams of vapour through per meter cubed in 24 hours. So although that's not a kind of a standard measure that I've seen, it is kind of saying that, right, this is breathable. Because effectively a bivvy bag is meant to be staged up from a survival bag, where it's just a plastic bag that you get condensation on the inside of. I know you can do a kind of breathability test with fabrics, where you literally do breathe through, and obviously your breath having moisture vapour in, if it can get through, it shows it is breathable. It says lightweight, waterproof and breathable, pull cord opening adjustment, so that's good, you can adjust it. Internal valuables pockets, that's good for maybe phone, keys and things, a bit of extra security for them. Fully taped seams, so that's good for waterproofing. Use in conjunction with the Bush Tarp Pro for quick and lightweight camping. So I actually have the previous the Bush Tarp by Oex, so I'll see what the comparison is with that as well and the usefulness of it. So the size is 95 by 245 centimetres and the weight is 0.45 kilos, so that's 450 grams. So we'll see how that compares. So then let's get right at it. Let's have a closer look at the bag. Obviously that'll be backwards for you. It is quite small, does compact down quite a bit. Nice little dry bag type thing on the top. So let's have a look what it's like. Okay, so that's obviously the opening. It's quite wide, you can see the width compared to me, more than probably 1.5 times my shoulders. So it's got this cord on the top, the really small little puller on it. Got your hood for your mummy sleeping bag. There's definitely some, go a bit closer, see if you can see this. There's definitely some tape seams there, which is a good sign. It's obviously got the logo and everything on the front of it. So I'll just undo this a bit, see if we can see the internals valuables pocket. So I think that's the inside of here. There's just a little bit more of the material sewn in. Now I've actually spoke with other people about this, and the opinion is it's kind of an event type waterproofing. So the idea is it's quite waterproof but really breathable. Let's see if I can breathe through this without it puffing out. So I can feel some of my breath going through. There's quite a lot of resistance, so it is breathable to some extent. Obviously, the true test is literally like in the field, using it out and about to see whether you do get condensation inside from your sleeping bag or not. But first impressions are, I'm quite impressed with it. It looks quite a decent product, quite long. The bottom of it reasonably narrow. Yeah, I'd be interested to see about the durability as well, because although it feels relatively durable, it's not I wouldn't say it's like really top tier kind of strong material. Obviously that's a trade-off with weight, so I'll just put that to the side for a minute. and we'll get out my previous Bivvy bag, which was the high gear Bivvy bag, which was similar in size to pack size, as you can see. So let's have a closer look at that. So I've drawn on it, so it doesn't look exactly like that, but this comes in a slightly different bag with a draw card on, I'd expect. Now the colour is quite similar. I'll just hold it up. Main difference is it's a little bit lighter green. That's more of a dark green. I don't know if you call this more of an olive green. They're very similar. They're meant to be quite, I'd say, inconspicuous. So not really a replacement for survival bag in terms of if you need to be seen, but if you just want to do a bit of camping somewhere and not be too obvious. Okay, so the main difference I'm noticing with this is the cord is a lot thicker, toggle's a lot thicker. The material seems to be like coated rather than like a laminate. Let's have a go with this, see if this feels breathable at all. Now, obviously you can't see any of this or hear it or feel it, but just from my impressions, this does definitely feel less breathable. I could get at least a bit of air through there with this. This doesn't seem as. If I go off material-wise, they feel very similar in sort of durability and thickness. In length, they seem very similar as well, so that'll be interesting to compare them. The air does obviously come out of this, so if it's not fully, might not be fully waterproof. This does have stitching on the outside, where the Oex one, it isn't as obvious. This is kind of more of an obvious double stitch, where on the inside it's more of a, like I said, it feels like it's got some sort of laminate coating. So the stitches are actually covered up with tape. See that there? That focusing. So rather than it being like a full sort of layer like you'd have with some sort of technical jacket, it's kind of just seems that I've got a waterproof tape over, so that should be waterproof. I've used this a couple of times. It's pretty much brand new, even though it's not available anymore. I've not used it a lot. Wanting to get a lot more into doing Bivvy bagging, so we'll see. But based on its appearance, it's very similar. So I'm going to go outside and do a comparison with them all in size, possibly a demonstration of me putting my kit inside. So that's my roll mat, sleeping mat, and my sleeping bag as well. So one thing I would say is that generally when I review kit, I base it on 5 areas. So the first area is value for money. It doesn't matter whether it costs a little bit of money or a lot of money. Are you getting a good product for your money? Is it good value? Durability. Really, with anything, you want something to last a long time. Providing you're not mistreating it, you want something to do well when it faces the elements, whether that's get rubbed against something or severe weather, that kind of a thing. Aesthetics. Obviously, if it's something you wear or something you use, you want it to look good. Ergonomics, basically you want it to be easy to use, so you want it to handle well, whether that's a pull cord, whether that's a zip, whether that's something you hold on to, whether that's a button you use for a head torch. Ergonomics are quite important. It doesn't matter if it looks great and it does a really good job, if you can't use it, it's pointless. Fit for purpose, so does it do a good job, basically, of what it's meant to do. If it's a head torch, does it light up well, does it last a long time? If it's a sleeping bag, does it keep you warm? Is it comfortable? Does it fit in the bag? If it's a jacket, is it keeping you dry? Is it breathable? That kind of thing. So basically, I rate them 5 categories out of 10, and that'll give a score out of 50. So then that'll be a standardised scoring across my reviews. But the main thing to know is that for a lot of them, that will be stuff I've used a few times. So for example, this Bush Bivvy, I'm going to have to wait before I've used it to give it a proper rating. Otherwise, it's not that fair. So just outside, here's a quick view of the 2 bivvies. The Oex Bush Pro Bivvy on the left and the high gear Bivvy on the right. The main difference when they're lying down is that the high gear Bivvy's got a wider top. and therefore it's probably maybe a bit easy to get in and out of, but harder to get, you know, tighter and get weather protection. They're very similar length. The Bush Pro is probably slightly wider and slightly longer, which I think is better for putting more kit in. Again, I think I prefer the colour of the Bush Pro, but that's just a comparison of them both. And I'll put a couple of pictures up of the two weights of them both as well. Okay, so I just wanted to check the weight of the two bags, and okay, we'll do that now. So the high gear Bivvy bag is 399 grams, and the Oex Bush Pro Bivvy is 335 grams. So there's just under 70 grams in it, so it's quite a decent difference in weight when you get down to this level. So the Oex is a lighter bag, a more technical bag. So yeah, so hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about the Bush Pro Bivvy, or even the high gear Bivvy, for any comparisons, please just comment and I'll try and answer them either in the comments or if you want me to do a fresh video. Yeah, so if you could like and subscribe, and I'll do more videos, more gear reviews, more opinions of gear, what I like, what I don't like. I'm even open to subscriber requests, so if you've got an idea of a video you want, whether it's scouting related or whether it's just gear related, I'll do my best to do that for you. So thanks for watching again, and I'll see you soon.